Frank Hall.
Hi everybody, I'm super happy to, the first time that I ever laid eyes on my dear friend Norman Reedus, I was already a month into the zombie apocalypse. See, we'd already been in Georgia. We'd been battling the heat, the ticks, and the chiggers, and the spiders, and the snakes. We'd been duking it out in the woods, and we all thought of ourselves as a bunch of Billy and Betty badasses by Daryl's first day. We didn't actually see him until we were on camera. He came lumbering into the frame out of those thick Georgia woods as if somehow he'd been there all along. He was covered with some crazy mixture of mud and blood and grime, a rope with hanging dead squirrels over his shoulder. He didn't say hello to us at first, and it wasn't off-putting or rude, it just was. It gave off both this quiet strength, but also this wounded vulnerability. And that would go on to define one of the greatest characters in television history. See, after the scene, I decided to break the ice. We were supposed to do a scene after that. There would be a fight between me and Norman, so I walked over to him cautiously and I asked him how he wanted to block the scene. Norman just looked at me and said, well, let's just fight and see what happens. And I loved him instantly. But it wasn't what he said, it was how he said it. There was no bravado. There was no fake machismo that plagues so many actors. There was a glimmer and a glint in his eye that showed both how grateful he was to be there and how seriously he took what he was doing. There was nothing fake or phony to my first meeting with Norman. And 12 years later, considering one of the people I love most on this planet, I have never seen him be boastful, never seen him be unkind or dishonest. In fact, I'd go as far to say that Norman is allergic to dishonesty. He's incapable of pretension. And it doesn't matter if it's on set or off set, traveling the country, meeting fans, or by our dear friend Scott Wilson in his final days, I have only seen Norman tell the truth. I've only seen him be kind. I have only seen him inspire joy. One of our friends, Stephen Young, says, Norman is the great truth teller. He keeps me honest. He keeps all people honest. I love him. See, I've never seen someone loved and adored by people the way Norman is. But honestly, I've never seen anyone loved the way that Norman loves. Our friend Sarah Wayne Callie, she says, Norman instinctively celebrates life and those around him with a devotion and abandon that are infectious.